Are we really going to go against the beer snake? Are we going to fade the snake? We can't. We can't fade the snake this week, right? DC gets a home game. That's really what they come off the best game so far of the year between them and the St. Louis Battlehawks, starting to find themselves now. But really the story is this. The story is the beer snake. That is the number one sell across the entire XFL. And guess what? We got another rendition of it this weekend on Sunday here in the XFL. And I'm not going to miss this. You're not going to outlaw the snake this week. I can tell you that. Free the snake. Let's do it. Head on over to DK. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, please. Arlington, they're there. They're kind of just as a team that was a favorite. They're kind of just there. And I don't really think that there's much to bet on, to bank on. I know that Bob Stoops changed up his quarterback spot last week. It doesn't do enough for me. They don't have a run game. Meanwhile, St. Louis, they lose last week, and what I mentioned was the best game that we've seen. A.J. McCarron, just a little tweak to the game. That's it. You know, there isn't a major reclamation project. You don't need to rebuild A.J. McCarron into something new. You just need to tighten up a turnover here or there. And against Arlington's defense, there's going to be a big opportunity to do that. St. Louis, it's their first loss. They've been in some games, comeback games. How much do we rave about Anthony Becht here in Philadelphia, of course, finest down there coaching it. They're just really well coached up and down. And we'll talk about the DC Defenders, but they're another team that has a strong, super strong head coach and a strong defensive coordinator. Anthony Becht has strong members of his staff on top of being a really good coach. And you've got, with the Battlehawks now, a team at A.J. McCarron who is very competent throwing the football. It's just mistakes. It's a mistake here. It's a mistake there. And then it's not being able really to overcome that mistake. That's what bit him in the ass against DC. I'd even go out on a limb and say that he can make a mistake against Arlington and St. Louis will still win. But the Battlehawks are simply a better team. And I don't think Arlington has enough. Here's the other problem, too. They can't run the football. So if you're not running the football, you're not able to even hold a lead. They're going to make a mistake. It's going to happen. And even if St. Louis, A.J. McCarron throws a pick, fumbles the ball, whatever it may be, Arlington's going to make more mistakes. Arlington's going to be in worse positions in this game. Arlington's going to have a harder time covering that 4-point spread than St. Louis. It's just that simple. The total is low. I understand that, but I also can't trust Arlington to score. So I don't have any problems laying the 4 points immediately here with the St. Louis Battlehawks and opening up that way. All right. Now, we're on DraftKings. Let me tell you what you can do. I've got a link below here. It's going to take you 90 seconds out of your life. Sign up, deposit $5, and then from there, bet the heaviest money line favorite you can find. It doesn't matter what it is. Just bet the heaviest money line favorite you can find. Otherwise, it has to be your first bet. You have to be 21 or older. A gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You have to live in a state where you can legally place a wager. But I want you to take advantage of this because it's the easiest way you can start off with the DraftKings account. You're going to turn $5 into $150 just for signing up, depositing $5, and betting that 5 on the heaviest money line favorite you can find. That's all. All right, let's get on back. I know you want more plays. Come on. What the hell? Oh, this one's tough. It's a little tough here. It's 6 points. That's a lot, isn't it? That's kind of what I go back and forth on. The total is tough here because DC has enough to score, right? Like DC has enough on the ground to put up points on the board. The beer snakes all here involved, everything behind it. Like that's a hell of a home field advantage. And we know it. I get it. I don't want to mess with that. But DC has enough on the ground offensively, no matter if it's Tiamu or King, whoever the quarterback is, to get some chunk plays, some burst plays, and score some points. We just saw that against St. Louis this past weekend. So DC can score, but their defense looks like a couple of guys got suspended. That fight against the Battlehawks last week. Linebacker DT starting unit out for DC. That's big in the XFL. Maybe not as big in the NFL, but it's kind of big in the XFL. You're down a couple of key starters, or starters for that matter. Vegas, they're 0-3, but I don't know if you're looking at who they truly are. Brett Hundley has come in and really changed the nature of this team. Brett Hundley, who took over for Luis Perez, who was an absolute catastrophe at the quarterback spot. Brett Hundley, now with the full week, we started to see some darts. We started to see some bombs. I mean, this guy can throw. And that's where I'm ultimately leaning here, is taking the 6 points, because Brett Hundley has enough to keep his team in the game. They're going to have to make some stops on defense. I get that from Vegas' standpoint, but 6 points, that is a lot. We've seen 6 become key because teams are going for 2 a lot and they're missing. So 6 is now like a general number that you can look at, kind of like 7 in the NFL. A lot of teams are going for 2 and they're failing. Vegas plus 6 is the second play. That's the one I love, mainly and really only because of Brett Hundley, because he's going to keep his team in that. All right. Now, on your way out, because you've hit the thumbs up button, you've subscribed, you've done all that great stuff here for us, you've taken advantage of the DraftKings offer. Why not take advantage of this one? Half off your first week on the Insider. All right. There's a link below. It's going to have you sign up and you'll be good to go. And yeah, we got as much as you want. Parlays. We got everything that you need. I'll show you. Nice, juicy, thick parlay right there. Mid-rare parlay right there. College basketball parlays. NBA parlays. I mean, we got it all. NFL futures. Go ahead. I mean, it's here for you. How about this? Cavs plus 800. Yep. We do it all. And that's why we want you to be a part of this. All right. There are your 2 plays. St. Louis -4, Vegas plus 6. Hey, we'll see you Monday, right? For the odd shop. Absolutely.